Yo, welcome to another episode of From the Chat podcast. I'm Christian. I got John, Steven, and we got a special guest today. We got Zay in the building.
Woo.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Man,
yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, Zay. First thing I want to start with is John's amazing costume. John, please. I mean, if y'all can't guess,
Mr. Chief Master himself.
You're about to cue into a match of Halo right now.
Your cheap master flex.
Yo, relax.
My fault. Steven, where are you for Halloween? A faithful man?
I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican for Halloween.
Dominican for Halloween. Fire. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm my logo for Halloween.
And I'm a guest for Halloween.
Boom. You mean take the hat off. Take the hat off.
Oh, you want me to be Mega Man? Okay, I got you. Hold on.
Is it Mega Man? As either Mega Man or Mr. Clean for the win.
Does Mr. Clean have an earring in?
He does, actually. He does.
Boom. There we go. Mr. Clean. With a beard.
Low key, you've missed a great opportunity to be Mr. Clean for Halloween.
To be honest with you, I don't really dress up for Halloween.
Okay. Why?
Time. Most of the time when Halloween has been landing on weekdays.
Yeah.
And I work on a weekday. This year, it just so happens to be on a Sunday, but didn't really plan for anything this year.
What you said, John?
You said keeping the tradition?
You gotta get closer to the mic or start yelling.
I just feel so cool with this shit on. It's not even funny, bro.
Word. Yeah,
he's looking at himself.
Oh, yo, we have a special guest. We have Frank Ocean on the podcast today. Shout out, Frank. You feel me?
A tornado flew around my room before Steven came. Excuse
the missing man. There you go.
That was good as hell. How's everybody doing? Steve, how you doing? You just got back from Germany. How was your trip?
It was great. Bought a lot of NFTs. Feel me?
Okay. Ooh. Did you really buy NFTs?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he was in Germany.
I wish I knew more about him to get invested into them.
Same. John, you want to start us off with some of these submissions?
Hell yeah, I got us, buddy. I got us. Yo, one of the submissions was best worst costume you ever seen, and honestly, nothing has beaten me thus far. Like no cat, look at me, I'm the GOAT, my nigga.
I see you're very specific, costume.
Yeah, bro. Like I get in a relationship 2 days later, gone, my nigga. The greatest ever, my nigga.
Yo, what?
The greatest ever, my boy.
The best costume I've seen, worst costume I've seen. Does something come up to mind? Anybody right away?
Yeah.
Well, I automatically, outside of just Halloween, I just recently went to Comic-Con.
I try to be all the bald niggas I insulted last week.
I went to Comic-Con, and cosplay is obviously an enormous part of Comic-Con. So to see some of the detail that goes into, because Halloween, people go to your Halloween spirit store, you go to a party city, you just get something to be that character. These people are like becoming that character. I saw a dude in a full-blown Master Chief suit, a full Batman armor, an Iron Man suit.
You kind of look like you're going to Comic-Con. You look like you're going to Comic-Con right now.
Dragon Ball Z.
Head to toe. But
I don't watch a lot of anime, but this will be it.
In Comic-Con, there's a lot of like deep cuts, right? So like everybody knows Superman and Batman and whatever the comics, but there's some deep cuts in there, right? Like very specific characters.
There was some deep cuts that my brother was able to point out because he's more into anime than I am. Like I know maybe a couple generic animes that everybody watches, but he's deeper into it. So he's pointing out characters and I'm like, huh? But the costumes themselves are so well done, so well detailed that you almost believe that the character's there, you know?
To me, the best costumes are always the people that do off the main costumes. Like, for example, like a movie drops, like let's say Squid, right? Squid dropped, everybody wants to be either the blue or the red, you feel me? Yeah, I love the people that find the in between, like they find like the little character like that made one scene and then they dress as them. You feel me? I fuck with that heavy.
The side character.
I love that. I love that. I find that so funny. Like
I would agree with you. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best, hands down. The worst are any racist motherfuckers that do that KKK, the blackface. Y'all niggas suck my dick. Y'all bums. But it's like, I don't know how the fuck the idea comes to your head. Literally, like, I don't know, like last week, I saw something that said some kid actually dressed up as a KKK member and took pictures with, African American kids next to him throwing gang signs. Like, dog, you should punch that man in the face off rip.
I saw that the kid went like
four periods.
Yeah, like four periods into school before anybody said anything.
Security, principal, teacher, nobody said something until a student was like, "Why is this being allowed?" And they was like, "Oh shit," you get me? My only explanation for that would be that he was probably popular, a class clown, and then they were like, "Oh, like he's just being stupid or something like that." That's the only way I feel like they would allow that. But that's wrong.
This is how he got away with it. This is how he got away with it. He put the cloth over him, right? Mm-hmm. And when he wasn't in front of people, he put the point down, so he's just a ghost. You know what I mean?
Oh.
He put the point away. He's just the ghost.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then when he was around people he was comfortable with, he took the point out, and now he's
people he was comfortable with.
How do the parents let him walk out of the house?
Now he's super racist. Oh, you're not born racist. You're taught that. So I'm guessing the parents, like, I love that costume, son.
You remind me of my uncle.
Go be the best racist you could be.
Look at you. Look at you imitating Grandpa.
Yeah,
I didn't even know if my fit would fit you. Come on, man. I'm so proud of you.
He took it out his dad's closet.
His dad's closet, my boy.
Yeah, every year this happens. Like every year, there's somebody who just crosses the line, who's tone deaf and just does things like that. Mm-hmm. Whether it's
the room.
Yeah, man.
Well, they do it to piss people off.
Yeah, I think the best costumes is the best thing to do is, all right, so if you're gonna do a costume, first you gotta think, who do I already look like, right? Who do I already look like?
And don't do no cheap shit. Like I get it. Like you got a legit costume. You feel me? There's people that just throw on a white shirt, some jeans, and be like, "Oh, I'm this guy from The Office." Like, nah, bro, chill out. Like that is corny as fuck. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be an EMT for Halloween.
You're gonna be a what?
An EMT.
An EMT.
Yeah, you love saving these hoes.
That's lazy. You just a lot of people do that too. Like, if they're a nurse, they just put their nursing outfit and just go out.
Wait, y'all saw the Michael Myers movie?
You going to school?
I did not. I'm tired of that. Tired of that shit. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. After the third one, I was like, nobody's killing this man. He is literally the greatest ever.
This goes to a point that I made in another episode. Like, stop remaking these characters, these movies. Make something new.
No.
Do something new.
To an extent, bro. Because you also have to understand what we enjoyed as kids. These new kids didn't go through it. You get me? So sometimes that is needed to show the culture.
You're reinventing the characters to the new generation.
So this is what you do. So you know how they do that in the music business? They come out with remastered. Nas's Illmatic is 25th anniversary remastered, and they redrop it. Mm-hmm. That's how you reintroduce that, right? So like you can do that with movies.
Or
you
can throwing it in Netflix and shit like that.
Just edit it to like make it look like more up to date, right? Mm-hmm. Make the quality a little better. Put that shit out, and then boom, you have a new generation looking at it. It's like if you're remaking it every year, it's just I feel like it's lazy. It's the same thing with these comics, right? The comic, the superheroes. They keep making these new movies. Like, just make new characters. I'm always gonna
no. Talk about it. Talk about it. What you mean? Go ahead. What don't you like? Zay. What don't you like about new characters being rebranded? That's so you want to say they're being rebranded into what? Like
no. Like,
what's bothering you about
like?
That?
There shouldn't be another. Like we got the best Batman trilogy. We have Batman. We have it.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't do that
again. Bell is insane. Yeah, no.
Just the Dark Knight Rises, like all that. Just if there's more, like you know how it comes from a comic, it comes from an actual comic. If there's more to the story and you can continue it, then for sure.
But that's the thing. Like, there's so many. Yeah, there's so many verses. There's so many. Like for example,
so many different storylines.
This is why the new Spider-Man is so much better than the other Spider-Mans. Why? Because the new Spider-Man doesn't tackle. What?
That's all we fighting.
No. Like the new Spider-Man doesn't introduce the Green Goblin like every other Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man doesn't introduce Dr. Ock like every other Spider-Man. You get me? They introduce new characters, new villains. So it's a whole new story that you haven't seen. You get me?
I thought I saw a commercial where they're coming back.
John, the new movie.
He is coming back. He is coming back. But that's what I'm trying to say.
All the old ones are coming back.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like they introduce new characters, and now they're at a point that like. We want to show you how great these other characters were, so that's like somewhat needed. You get me? Like
my Spider-Man is always going to be Tobey Maguire. Tobey is his name? Does that Tobey?
Yeah, Tobey
Maguire.
That's always going to be Spider-Man for me in my heart. You know what I mean?
Yo, and no cap, he's not even the best Spider-Man, bro. Andrew Garfield, legit a GOAT, bro. Andrew is a GOAT, and the shit is that people don't understand either. That all three of them are different faces of Spider-Man. Like they're all like. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is like a grown man Spider-Man already. Like
he was in high school in that movie. If you pay attention to the plot, he just got out of high school. They're all teenagers because Spider-Man is a teenager.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he was like at a later stage of Spider-Man. You feel me?
He gets bit on a school trip, I think.
John. The timeline is literally within him graduating high school to maybe his first year or second year out of college.
Yeah, but
into college.
But look at this Spider-Man. He's literally a freshman in high school that gets bit. Tobey Maguire is a senior graduating that gets bit. You get me? It's different times.
But that's the beautiful thing about storytelling. You take the comic books as reference, and because that's what Marvel's been doing with the most recent movies. They take influence from the comic books to say, okay, let's make a whole new story, which is what they've been doing. And they've been introducing characters that most people don't know. Like people didn't know who Iron Man was. They didn't really know who Hawkeye was and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like how Marvel has been rolling things out and movies been tying together. I really like that.
That's fly. Like 20 movies all have one plot. That's insane.
And the TV shows tie into the movies now.
Yeah, that's fire. Yo, but make new superheroes. I like to see new superheroes come to life. Like I want to see some new creative people come up with something new. You feel me?
Like Plátano Man or something like that.
Come on, you feel me?
A Dominican kid from Harlem that works at the bodega and gets hit with an insane plátano that gives him plátano powers. Like it's some crazy shit.
Come on, bro. That's just the way it is. Like can we come up with like Amazon Man? You know what I mean? Like Amazon Man that just drives around bags of shorties, like
giving his package to everybody.
Word, like
that's great. I'm actually recording right now. That's amazing. Yeah, good shit.
So they got to come up with Amazon Man. Y'all seen the video going around on? And actually, one of our submissions is asking us about Amazon truck firing. So did y'all see that video that went around? That's been going viral.
Saw it.
You saw
it? The girl walks out of the back of the truck.
Yeah. So paint us the picture.
Did you see the exclusive look? It's in Pornhub. Go check it out. Hey man, listen, man.
Oh
listen,
God.
Yo, drop the link below.
We're gonna drop the link for y'all, man. We got y'all, man. We got
Steven, paint us this picture. You and your buddy there. Paint us this picture for the Amazon Man.
So basically, someone's recording from the balcony, and there's an Amazon truck parked outside.
Wait, that's not to be understated. Someone is doing their own surveillance. They're from their apartment and they're recording this guy, which means
they saw it.
This ain't the first time that my man's drove by that block.
That's true.
Or they saw the girl going in and you're like, wait, what's going on? And he started recording.
But go ahead. Yeah. And then as he keeps recording, there's a girl who looks like she's just finished dressing, walking out of the back of the truck.
Oh, maybe her package was like clothes. It was
yeah. It was her.
Maybe she had a sign.
It was a Halloween costume. It was a Halloween costume. She was trying to throw it on. She was trying to throw it on real quick for the party.
Yeah, of course.
Or maybe people should mind their fucking business and no recording niggas getting cheeks. Like, what's wrong with you, my boy? Can a nigga not bust a nut without
at least do it? At least do it at the end of your shift. Don't do it during the middle of the day.
How you know that wasn't the end of shift?
It was daytime, bro.
I got some experience delivering packages. You're finished pretty early, man. You finished pretty early after a long day of of delivering packages, what's the best remedy? Some cheeks in the back of the truck, my
He
boy.
wants to finish early too. You know what I mean?
Like, yo, I deliver your package, now come get mine. You feel me? Like,
I wish I was a fly on the wall during that conversation between him and his boss. Like, so
we should have had Andy on
explain this.
Yeah. Hey, so is this you? And just show you right here, just letting Shorty up.
So I legit got a story of how somebody got caught having sex in a FedEx truck before, and the reason it happened was because it's like, sometimes you do get a helper as a delivery driver, and he had a helper that day, and there's a lot of alone time in that truck. So what he did, I know how it led to one thing to another, but they delivered a package, and in front of the house, something clicked. You get me? Like, this is like an attraction that you just can't, like, the magnets, like when they just
it was love at first sight.
First sight. So my boy started, clapping his thing, you know what I mean? And somebody was like, "Hey, it's my pot." Okay, walked away, called FedEx. Hey, there's somebody having sex in front of my house. Can y'all call them aside? And dude got fired right there. I think he delivered the wrong, because sometimes it happens, you deliver the wrong package. So he must have delivered the wrong package. The person walks up and just smells something funky, and people are screaming.
I think he delivered the right package to the wrong person.
Come on,
that's what happened.
Go shit.
Damn. So that kind of goes back to your earlier point. People should mind their business, is what you're saying.
People should mind the business. If that's not your package, dog. Take that shit inside, my boy.
Maybe there's a chance of getting caught.
Maybe it was his package. You know what I mean?
No, okay.
Maybe I didn't see the slip on the shirt, man. It's hard to explain.
That sucks. That sucks. But like, what can you do when you're an island boy? You feel me?
Because I'm an island boy.
Hey, I'm an island boy. Yo, that's them kids is fire, bro. You don't, Zay, you don't like that? Wait, you don't support young creatives?
I do support young creatives.
And 100%, and you sound like a hater because you wearing all they rap about, Zay. They saying Super Saiyan in every single rap.
Yeah.
You're a Dragon Ball Z.
Maybe my opinion would change if they actually released a song, edited and all that. But raw, they look like they didn't even know the words to their own song.
Yo, they freestyling.
They're freestyling.
Come on,
you know about freestyling.
Even worse.
Even worse. Yeah, for those that don't know, Zay's a creative genius.
He said
he freestyles, makes the beat, draws, the man does everything. So the jokes is coming towards Zay. So just
a little sunshine.
I mean, because y'all saw the head. Come on, that's Megamind right there.
Yeah,
that's Megamind.
There's plenty of bars in this dome. You feel me? But
come on, B.
I don't know if you're gonna get. I don't know if you're gonna get the exclusive today. You gotta talk to management.
My friend said the funniest thing to me about these island boys. Right? He sent me the video, right, and we were laughing about it. And he said, "Yo, I can't stop watching these videos because I can't stop thinking, how can I raise my son so he doesn't become like this?"
Facts.
He was like, "How do I raise my kid so he never becomes this?"
To get a tattoo at 12, first of all, because that starts a little. Feel me? Once you get a tattoo, you want another one. You feel me? And it's something that I noticed about them. One of them has his hairline tatted and it's white, and it's so funny to me because,
isn't that like a barber trick?
No offense.
Oh,
if he goes bald, my boy, like all he has is this white as fuck, like legit white as hell. I was like, yo,
I mean, but if he blows up, he can get the Tory Lanez. You feel me?
Come on,
that's a fact.
That's fire.
Hey, what are the chances of them blowing up?
No, they're on the way.
We are talking about them right now,
bro. I want an Island Boy song. I want to hear that Island. I need that in the chorus. I need to bump that like to yesterday. Like I need that.
Bro, they are on Cameo. They're running a checkup right now. They're on Cameo.
They just had the dude from the Impractical Jokers.
With who?
Didn't they go on stage with Kodak?
I saw a picture with them, with one of them and Kodak. I don't know if he went on stage with Kodak.
And Kodak posted them on his page, if I'm not mistaken. So they're definitely going to be getting the traction.
They get 15 minutes.
There,
Of course.
maybe, hopefully 10. Hopefully
If
10.
Lil Nas, no, it's not Lil Nas. What's his name? Lil Xanax. What's his name? Lil Xan.
Lil
Lil
Xan.
Xan.
Lil Xan
Never
has
listened- never
15.
listened to
Come
his
on,
music.
the Island Boys gotta get at least 20, bro.
And they are. That's the thing. They're going to get it. Is it
They-
beneficial to music though?
No. It's been
They're
official to me.
They're
Entertaining
collecting the
me.
bag, bro. They're getting the bag, and that's it.
I'm not mad at it. You feel me? I want everybody to make their money and just go away. You feel me? Like I need you to make your money and leave. You feel me?
Yo,
I
they
can't
can't.
stand people.
They can't do that because what else they gonna do? Look at them. You know what I mean? Like, what else are they gonna do?
No. Life hits them. You feel me? And people just like, all right, we're tired of the Island Boys already. You get me? It's gonna come. You feel
They're
me?
not-
Only the
You see-
greatest 15 minutes people stay. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
Bad Baby. You feel me? She stood. You feel me?
6ix9ine holding on. 6ix9ine holding on.
6ix9ine holding on by a thread. You
Yeah,
feel
but
me?
6ix9ine in the Hall of Fame of 10 minutes.
Nah,
Yeah,
6ix9ine is a legend.
All time.
No,
Yeah,
He's at the top.
legend. Like he,
6ix9ine is an island boy.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
an island boy.
For sure.
You see, I heard the snippet before I actually saw the video. So at first, I'm like, all right, somebody's making a really bad reggae song.
Now
That's the first thing I heard. I'm like, yo, this is a really bad reggae song. And then I got the visual, and I'm like,
no way.
why do they look like Angelica's doll from Rugrats?
That's true. That's true. They low key.
But where are the parents, though?
Where are the parents?
Where are the parents?
What if
Yo,
the parents,
all the-
what if the parents support this?
All their videos are in big ass houses, beautiful backyard.
That's true.
Keep-
Like I
keep-
know
let's keep-
for a
let-
fact.
nah, let's keep it real. We had an Airbnb because this is Florida, and that's awesome.
It's so easy
We had an
to
Airbnb
rent.
that kind of looked
So
like
easy to
that.
rent somewhere. Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But like the money has to come from somewhere.
But-
and they can't
And,
be
and
that
yo,
close to
I
them.
have a question,
And I'm
though.
sorry, tattoos are expensive, and they're full on tattoo. You feel me? Like,
But they're
there's-
not. They're not good tattoos.
Nah, but even if they're cheap tattoos, a cheap tattoo is $100.
But I
You
have a
get
very serious
20 of
question,
them,
though.
you spend
Talk to
2
me.
racks.
Talk to
I
me.
have,
Zay.
I have a very serious question. The song is called Island Boys, right? They're from Florida.
That-
Florida's not an island.
Not
Is
yet.
it- But
It's
yeah,
a
but
peninsula.
I was say, but Peninsula Boys doesn't hit.
Yeah,
It don't hit. You feel me?
Fair.
I'm a
fair,
Peninsula
but
boy that doesn't hit. Like Island Boy, that hits right
Y'all
there.
better make Florida an island for real, bro. For
Come on.
real.
Steven is a Peninsula boy. What do you mean? Right?
Oh, Steven, you love Florida too, right?
Oh no.
Germany.
It's,
I like
no, it's Germany.
Oh,
It's Germany.
Germany. Oh,
It's
it's
Germany.
Germany.
It's Germany. What are the other
Money.
what another submission we got, John?
Next one. Orange juice.
I know they said this is. Have y'all seen the news
Are we talking about
Have you seen the news about the Tropicana orange company? The Tropicana company.
Oh, don't tell
Okay.
me that. Don't tell me they're under some shit, bro. I actually like.
Oh,
the
you're about to hear
orange
it. You're
juice.
about to hear it.
No,
Hold on a second.
Actually,
Hold on a
not-
second.
It's not a scandal. It's
Does it
actually
have to do with the orange juice?
Now
yes.
they're sponsoring
Yeah.
Island Boys. now.
Oh, I gotta hear it.
So Tropicana single-handedly probably created one of the best products to ever hit the market. One of the best products to ever hit the market. So
cheese?
have you ever heard of people saying, or have you ever experienced this where you brush your teeth and then you try to drink orange juice and it's a bad taste and you don't like it?
Yes.
Right? This is a known thing. People agree with this. Tropicana said, "Hold my beer." Right?
Yo, we're cutting that. We're cutting
He
that
said-
in half.
They're coming out with their own toothpaste, orange juice flavored toothpaste.
That's kind of genius.
And it said, "Don't you no longer have to mess up your orange juice," or something like that. That was like their line. That was like their phrase with
They're
our new
making a
orange
bridge.
juice.
You feel me? They made a bridge to skip that unpleasant feeling. You feel me?
This is business 101. You find a need and you provide that
And you fill it.
service.
You feel it.
feel it. Come on.
So
this is business
when-
101, baby.
when you wash your mouth after thing, do you rinse it out or did you drink it so you could continue as your?
I don't think you want to be drinking toothpaste regardless if it's
Yeah.
orange
Wait,
flavored
what?
or not.
Is the toothpaste itself orange?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, but now I have to buy a tube of regular toothpaste and a tube of orange toothpaste in case I ever want a cup of OJ.
But you're buying it, and that's the point.
Well,
you know
100%. But the fact that it got to that point, but why does it got to be orange flavored though? Why can't they just come up with a toothpaste that doesn't cause that issue with orange?
Nah, because it plays into the brand. It says doesn't ruin the taste of orange juice with our new orange juice.
Why not?
Toothpaste.
Why not just drink the orange juice prior?
Ew. Hell no. Yo, hold on.
John, let me ask you a question.
Listen. I don't want to hear your answer. But when I wake up, I brush my teeth. I don't want to hear your answers, bro. I don't want to hear your answers.
100%. But if you drink a cup of coffee or you eat something that like is strong, are you gonna go the rest of the day without brushing your teeth again?
No, but the way I thought Steven was going was, I'm gonna drink my orange juice, then brush my teeth. You feel me?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
Listen, Steven,
I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then brush my teeth. What I'm gonna leave a bunch of dirty teeth for if I'm already in my house?
I know. I mean, you gotta activate you gotta clean and activate your palate. Maybe it tastes better after you brush your teeth.
How can you taste anything with the hot ass breath choking on the food for you, my boy? How is that possible, my nigga? Nah, bro. Yo, Facebook changed their name, my nigga. Facebook changed their name, B. Yo, nah,
the
bro.
metaverse.
So we got a new submission. Facebook changed their name. Now this is interesting. This is very interesting. This comes right behind the incident where Facebook was exposed for intentionally using algorithms to promote violence. Like, but their whole thing was, it's just an algorithm. You know, you click on all this violence, that's why you're getting it. Before this, they were exposed where that's not the case. They were intentionally pushing these negative violence and maybe negative news towards these people to incite more clicks, more interaction, and which in turn can incite more violence, right? Mm-hmm. So that was out. That was the news, right? And right after that happened, this came up. Coincidentally, I don't know if it's coincident or if it's intentional, not sure, but that's what came up. And they renamed their name to Meta, right? Meta. Steven, what's I think you had some insight on this, right?
I mean, I kind of agree. I don't know about the whole reason for the change, but I agree with it. Only because you can do literally everything on Facebook. It is its own universe.
Yeah. You
can buy, sell shit. They even added dating. You can chat with just about anyone. You can call.
And not only that, you could do everything. I just want to ask, does it change from an F to an M?
The whole logo and everything is different now. You ever watch Ready Player One?
Yeah.
That's essentially the world that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to build, because he's
sure.
also along with the metaverse. Or well, I'm calling it the metaverse because that's kind of like the idea that he has. Yeah. But along with that announcement, he also announced that he's working on creating games that, like, I think it was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. VR. They're bringing it into VR, which is one step closer to having something similar to your Ready Player One, where you can go in, you pay all your bills, you go to school.
Yeah,
but that's like we're thinking. Like,
but
down.
So what? So this is kind of the world that I'm have painted in my head with Facebook doing this, right?
Sorry,
creating an online world, right? We already have online worlds via video games, via these NFTs, right? These are online worlds. And if Facebook can pull this off, they're already the biggest company, right? They have biggest.
And in terms of like social media platform, yeah.
As in terms of influence, also they're the biggest. They're the biggest. If they can pull off being able to create this universe and incorporate NFTs in it, incorporate these apartment buildings, these apartment NFTs that you're buying, right, John? If they can bring this in, then this is gonna be some real movie kind of a world, right? Because there's, like you said, player 6. What is it, player 1 Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
And like you seen that Spy Kids movie where they're in this video game.
That was, I think, I'm a movie dude, but I think that was the third one.
Yeah, so like when they're in that video game and everything. So like if this can come to life, it's there's gonna
be no reason. People are not gonna have a reason to be doing what we're doing right now. They're just gonna be locked into a headset doing absolutely whatever they want.
Yeah, and
it's crazy. It's a crazy thing to think about.
That's gonna unlock a lot of other opportunities. This is like I'm just going down a spiral. When I think about this, I think about
Wally. No, you don't think about Wally? Everybody getting fat, everybody getting so lazy. Yeah, it's literally Wally. We're literally living in Wally.
I'm thinking what's next, right? So Zay, can you imagine you're in this online world, and now we have this podcast, right? So boom. Mm-hmm. So this podcast, it turns into whatever we can do to virtually scan us in a room.
Yeah.
And it turns into you have this online person, right? This virtual person that you're walking around anywhere. And this podcast is just one of the buildings, one of the stores. Yeah. And they walk in
100%.
They walk in, they sit down, and they can see us and interact with us. And we can also see them like coming in as an audience type shit. That's how you doing? Like
when I heard about the change, I was shocked that they were making such a big step in that direction and making it like abundantly clear, like, hey, this is the direction that we're trying to go in, because Zuckerberg is seeing a world in a way that most people don't. Mm-hmm. There's pros and cons to having that kind of reality, like literally a reality that I could just put a headset on. I go in and you and I meet up at the cyber cafe. That's right next to the Batcave, across the street from the NFL stadiums.
Yeah.
Like that's the opportunities would be endless. We're just not there yet.
Yeah. What comes into mind right now is it's small, but I think it's relative. When there's a movie in the theaters, right? Mm-hmm. Or let's say I live in Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. The Celtics are in town. They're gonna play Dallas. In my head, the first thing I think about, do I want to spend $200 or would I rather buy some wings, get some drinks, sit on my couch and watch the game? And watch the game, right? So with that same frame of mind, imagine where this becomes online, where, I could just walk to the game, sit courtside and have the wings on, and I'm virtually there and I'm just watching that.
But now my question would be for that, are they would that event be one singular event within that realm, or are there multiple of this so that way millions of people can have the same experience?
Yeah, it'll have to be. I'm not a super genius.
Like a server queue for a video game.
Yeah, but it'll have to be like, there's an unlimited amount of these, and you just pop into where it's open. Mm-hmm. Like if you and you and your friends want to come in and be courtside. Then it'll be like, there's 10 of us. All right, do we have one open there's 10 spots? If not, here, just open a new one. You just 10 spots,
But you would think that people would start applying the same things that we do here with tickets to that also. Like there would at some point become a fee to
they're gonna want to buy
kind of experiences, because capitalism's not dying, bro.
It's never gonna go away. So it might become a situation where either they'll charge you a monthly fee, and you just be able to do these things. Subscription is where everybody's going subscription based now, right? That's the model for everywhere. So you can either do that, or it'll be free. Like Facebook is free, right? It'll be free to have your own avatar and walk around. You're gonna have to pay for the equipment. You have to pay for the equipment, of course, and then everything in there, like a video game, like just like 2K. Everything you want to buy, wear, like you have to buy it. Anything you want to wear, you have to buy it. So it might be a world like that. But like you said, the possibilities are endless with that. Like there's so many different things you can do.
Just imagine being able to jump into like a game of 2K, but you have the ability, not in the physical realm, but in the video game, to play like your favorite basketball player. Like you could literally be anything and everything within that realm.
Then I start thinking about power. So who owns the actual universe digitally?
That's bro. We're literally talking about the plot of Ready Player One because it's
Is
identical. So, have you ever watched the movie?
No, I'm gonna have to watch this thing then.
Great movie, but brief summary of the movie. It's set in a somewhat like post-apocalyptic, not necessarily post-apocalyptic, but you can see that society has gotten to such a point that there's what we would consider like the campos, the hoods, like the low income areas. They're called the stacks, and instead of people living horizontally, they live vertically, but it looks like a favela just stacked on top of each other. That's the poor neighborhoods, but people are so locked into I think it was called the Oasis in the movie, is the world that you go into, right? So they go into that world. You can, like I said, you could go to school there, you can work in there, like you make money in there, and if you die in there, you lose it all. So you have to keep funding yourself. But to kind of put a bow on it, there's an organization called IOI who they want to take ownership of the Oasis, so that way they can put subscriptions, they can put ads, they can make money off of it, because there's money being made off of the Oasis itself, but they want sole ownership of it to do what they please. So that was the whole premise of the movie, to try to gain control of the Oasis.
So Mark Zuckerberg watched the movie and he was like, "I'm taking over the world."
I personally think
I'm taking over the digital world. You know what I mean?
I think he read the book first when he was younger, because the movie's based off of the book. I actually took time to read the book, and the book was incredible. But I think, like anyone who grew up in the 70s and the 80s and they were kids and they were watching like the Jetsons, just think about some of the ideas that they had in those shows at that time that are a reality now.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before, and
it seems like Facebook might be first to the party.
Oh yeah.
It might be number 1 to the party.
It helps to have ownership of a company that makes VR technology.
Has there been anything out there that they do? Do they own?
What,
do they
Facebook?
Have they acquired a company that does that? Have they?
Facebook owns Oculus.
Oh,
the Oculus VR headsets, they own that company, as far as I'm aware.
So this might not be because of that leak. This might have been in the works for a while.
I think so. I would say that if you're as big of a visionary as Zuckerberg, you're thinking 10, 15 years down the line, and you have your hands in channels that other people don't have. So you could find out about VR technology 10 years before the rest of the world does, and you could start working on stuff before everybody, get a jump on the game. So Zuckerberg definitely has a jump on that.
My brain is just like, I'm just envisioning this whole new digital world and how some of the issues that we have here can start becoming digital issues. Like there's gonna be people. I mean, it's gonna happen, but there's gonna be people who are poor, lower class in the game, in this version, not the game, this visual world.
You may not even have an opportunity to get into that because you're so poor.
That's true. So maybe only the rich. Yeah.
People with the opportunity to fund that lifestyle are going to be a part of that lifestyle.
Here's where I want to take this conversation. If Facebook owns this digital universe, right? What are some things that are going to happen to us in real life? What are going to be some effects of that? This one company owning this digital world.
I think the biggest thing that I could take away from something like that happening is human interaction. Like actual human interaction is going to go on a decline, because we're already living in a world where we're behind screens. Yeah. So it gives us an opportunity to, express ourselves in a way that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do when you're face to face with somebody, know?
Now, my brain is really spiraling right now. It's spiraling and like sprouting in different directions.
It's a crazy thing to think about, man.
Have you seen a life as a simulation, right? You've heard that theory, like this is a simulation.
I watched the Matrix movies, the trilogy, probably about 1,000 times. So yeah.
So where my brain is taking me right now is if we're in a simulation, right? Then what do you think about this? COVID happened, right? And what happened to us? We got locked in our homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were forced. We were already relying on screens, gaming online. Like social interaction was already coming down, right? Because of these things.
Yep.
COVID happened. Everybody's locked away in their screens, forced to adapt this way of life where we're now Zoom meetings, we're virtual. Like, tons of people are work from home now permanently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be an argument for like life is a simulation? If that happened, now it got us comfortable in being this, and now this whole virtual world is coming in.
I feel like once you step into that, it's a simulation, right? So, for example, if you've ever messed around with VR, it's extremely trippy because you legitimately feel as if you are wherever it is that you're surrounded by. So I did a couple. I did a Halo simulator, so I got to stand next to the enemies and stuff in the game. Bro, these things are 7 feet tall, and I feel like I'm standing in front of something that's 7 feet tall. Or this other game where it's like a shooting game and you could teleport places. I teleported to the top of a truck, and I did this. I looked down. I almost fell in reality because that just felt so real.
All your sensations. And
where I think the line is going to get blurred is when that technology is so good that you legitimately cannot tell the difference from you physically wearing that and you actually being in the realm that you're in. That's a scary thing to think about, bro.
Because like you would think about in Disney, right? Disney has that Avatar ride, right?
I've never had an opportunity to go, but I've heard of the ride.
Neither have I. But the way the function is, right, is VR, right? It's virtual reality. You're on this thing, which is I don't know what they call. I don't know what they call, dragons or the things that they jump on.
Okay, the winged creatures that they have in the that they link with.
Yeah, so I think the ride is you on top of that, right? And what it does is once you pass by the water, I think they splash water at you, so you feel water.
It's a 4D ride.
Yeah, so it gives you all the senses. It gets the wind. It has all that, right? Once this happens, right, this virtual reality thing, and it gets so good where now it's becoming that 4D experience where, you're wearing a vest, you're wearing like a body thing, and if it hits you somewhere, like you feel it. Like once it starts becoming like that.
They had that in the movie in Ready Player One. It was called the haptic feedback suit. Yeah. If you had the money for it, you could get this whole suit that if somebody in the virtual world was to do this to you, you would have those physical sensations in reality.
That is, we can keep going on and on about this.
Seriously, it's such a deep topic to talk about.
Oh
but let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Oh my
god! And then we over here talking about I'm an island boy.
Where's the island boy at? He was just here.
Island boy is not gonna be.
Oh, he's getting ready. He's putting his costume on.
Yeah, reset one. Wow.
That was deep.
And it was deep. And in other news, have you seen Mikey Williams signed a Puma deal?
Yes. I don't follow high school basketball as deep as college and the NBA because there's way more people to follow. But Mikey Williams is somebody who stood out for the last couple years because he's been a phenom since his AAU days. Yeah. So to see that we're living in a world where a kid that's 17 years old, he hasn't even stepped foot in college yet. And he already got a deal. It's crazy.
This comes from being able to make money off your likeness now.
Well, right? the NCAA finally budged, and they're allowing the athletes to make deals and stuff that can potentially bring them income.
So Mikey Williams wasn't going to be able to do this deal if that was in place because his next step would have been, if he wanted to go that route, would have been college. Yep. And he would have been able to make this deal. Yep. But do you think this poses a problem for example, kids being influenced in high school, right? So and this is only going to be the luxury of a handful of kids. This is not going to be everybody, right? Yep. These are going to be the LeBrons of the world, right? These are going to be people that are obviously heading in that direction. They're going to the NBA.
Your top 5% usually.
Yeah. So kids were already being influenced into what brand they were going to sign when they got to the NBA. This was already happening. Via your high school is sponsored by Adidas. Boom. Then you get steered into a college that's also sponsored by Adidas. Boom. Now when you go into the NBA, hey, you're probably more likely to sign with Adidas. You've had this relationship throughout your experience, your collegiate experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you think that poses an issue just when you're steering kids into certain deals?
I mean, at the end of the day, they have the final decision as to like where they decide to go. Because believe it or not, Michael Jordan was never originally supposed to sign with Nike.
Yeah,
he didn't want to sign with Nike. He wanted to sign with, I think he said Adidas was one of the brands that he wanted to go to,
and Reebok,
Converse.
Right? Converse.
The reason being is because Jordan, I'm paraphrasing. Jordan said that he preferred shoes that were flat so he could feel the court. Mm-hmm. So he was never originally supposed to sign with Nike, but
yeah, he would have been real flat for sure.
Well, look at the Jordan 1.
Yeah,
flat. Yeah. But in terms of it being an issue, I think the issue is going to be more so from like a person to person thing where they're going to be, oh, why am I not getting these deals, you know? But I think it's a beautiful thing that athletes have this opportunity to make money outside of, it's not just going to the NBA to make money for basketball anymore.
17 though, like that's so deep.
Look at him though.
Deep,
yeah, but you know what this does too.
Like there was a longer list of people that have been working hard enough. You feel me to try to get that deal. You get me? I feel like just because he got a bigger platform on IG, he got this. You feel me?
That probably led to it. He's still top recruit. Don't get that twisted. He's still a top recruit.
He's disgusting. No cap. He's disgusting.
But I believe in you being able to, even if your platform is bigger, like we've seen that people are not necessarily the most talented in an area, but they have a bigger platform, so they get the deal, right?
Yeah.
I stand behind that, right? If you're able to build this base, right, to leverage to get the better deal, I'm all for that, right? Because I would love to be in that position. I would love to leverage my base and do that.
Congratulations to him, no cap. Like by all means, you just define the odds. You're an amazing kid. You feel me? Doing your thing.
Yeah.
My opinion in general is that there's a lot of other people like that you feel me that put in work. You get me? So as a business, I understand it. You feel me? But like
you see that across the board though, because you see it in the NBA, you see it in now you're going to be seeing it in college, where you have certain athletes that are clearly the breadwinners as opposed to other guys who are extremely talented but just not as popular.
Yeah.
You know, popularity plays an enormous part
Yeah, for a fact, because exactly in the draft, you don't know. You only know the top 5, top 10. You get me? But then these kids that are like even better than them. You feel me? And they come as
look at Puma. Puma's trying to get their basketball brand really off the ground. They signed They signed J. Cole. They got LaMelo with an exclusive deal.
Yeah,
you got Mikey Williams. So,
and this might be their plan, and it's going to be risky too. Signing these kids so young. It's going to be a risk, right?
Yeah.
But Puma is in line to make that risk because they're trying to expand that brand. They're trying to get them even younger. If I can get them even younger, then
their first risk was LaMelo. You feel me? And
you're breeding
how successful that's going to be.
You're breeding the new generation of kids to not necessarily look at Nike the same way because Puma actually makes some pretty good sneakers, and they got some of the best players on their brand.
And they might, and now in a more independent kind of mind frame that everybody's in. You might be more inclined to sign with a Puma if they're giving you more money, and maybe they even are offering you ownership of this shoe.
Exactly.
Right? Maybe they're giving
creative liberty.
Maybe this
as a business is you killed it. Like
the one point I want to make on this is that I've been thinking about is so many times. How many times have you seen kids like give their life, right? Their adolescent. I'm not gonna say their life. Give their youth to try to become something in a sport, right? Where any sport you can pick, they're putting the 10,000 hours in to try to become good enough to be trying to become pro, right? And then you get to college, right? And a lot of kids think, I got what it takes to go pro. Like I can go pro.
Yeah.
And they learn pretty quickly. Either one, injuries learns them. Shit, I can't play. Injuries. I'm not gonna make it. Or they learn they're actually not that good. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Now, well, let me finish this point.
Do you think?
So, with introducing this where you're able to make money off your likeness, if you're someone who maybe makes it all the way to college and now an injury stops you from going to the pros, you've had an opportunity to make money off your likeness, make money off of this game before even getting to the pros, right? So it wasn't all in vain, right? People will argue, oh, you got an education, right? But with the being able to support your family before even getting into the pros, there's a lot of plus there. Like maybe you might spend more time in college now because you're able to make money. Because how many people go straight to the pros? Go straight to the pros because their parents are at home struggling. Right.
Exactly. Which is why you see a lot of kids in NBA as opposed to the NFL with the one and done. You can't one and done in the NFL. You have to play a minimum of 3 years versus the NBA. Really? Yeah, you have to play a minimum of 3 years before you could go before you could qualify for the draft. Versus the NBA, I think the last person to get drafted out of high school might have been like Andrew Bynum. Like Andrew Bynum didn't go to college. I think he went straight from high school. But you don't see that often.
Came after him, and he was
okay. But it's very rare. I think you're gonna start seeing more kids from high school, possibly skipping college entirely, doing the LaMelo route, going and playing professional elsewhere. You know, college isn't the only thing to get.
No, and the G League just started that program that's literally for D1 athletes that don't want to go to college. Look at Jalen Green, for example.
You get paid.
They're number one recruit. You get
John.
me? Like,
John, look at your favorite player's son, right? You seen that? You seen D Wade? D Wade's kid just got he got picked up to join the G League for a team.
G League. Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? That's straight from high school. Like he's not going to a college. He's going to the G League.
It's a pipeline literally connected to the NBA where at any moment he could be playing halfway through the season and they're like, hey, come up.
He was their number 10th pick too, so you feel me? Like he's and a lot of people
to be high anyway.
Yeah, he's good player, and a lot of people are saying like, oh, that D Wade owns a majority of the Jazz, and the D League he got drafted to is under the Jazz. So everybody's saying, nice. Oh, that's his father shit.
It must be nice to be the son of an NBA player.
Yeah, but listen, no. But to me, it's like he got drafted number 10 pick. You get me? That's pretty high for somebody that's not good enough. You wouldn't even wait. Like, let's be honest. It's because it's your father. Look at Michael Jordan. You feel me? His kids were all right. Why didn't he make it to the NBA? Why didn't
they didn't have it. They didn't have it.
Like,
they didn't have it.
You get me? So like you gotta give some talent to him. I know it's like little videos of that, but you seen him balling against Ben Simmons, against good NBA players and doing his thing. So he might have some work to him. You feel me?
I'm never someone who judges that, right? Like in a smaller scale. You're working in corporate America, and the director or the CEO's son has a position in the company. A lot of people will be like, oh, he got this shit because he's his daddy's company or whatever. I'll never look at it that no way, because you know what I'm gonna do if I'm a CEO of a company. Best believe my kid or my nephew is gonna have a position. I'm gonna put them on, right? Best believe I'm gonna put some of my people on. I'm giving them an opportunity. I'm giving them a shot. Yeah. Granted, I'm not gonna give everybody a shot because I know some people I wouldn't hire. I have some friends I wouldn't hire, right? So yeah, I never judged that. But with D Wade getting his son, if he did in fact get his son a look, which honestly I feel like he did, he probably gave him a look, right? With that being said, his son still has to perform. We look at Doc Rivers and Austin Rivers, right? Yeah. Austin Rivers came into the league, and the only reason, if you want to say maybe him being his dad's son gave him that look, if you want to stay in the league, you got to work. And Austin Rivers has done that. He's put in the work. And he's been a great.
There's times that he doesn't have a good season, comes back, does good, gets transferred to a good team, does good. You feel me? Like
he's in a great. He's a great role. He has a great role.
What team he plays for right now?
Right now, I think he plays. Oh, does he play for Denver? He's playing for Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah, he playing for Denver.
Playing for Denver.
And he's doing good.
He's in a great role. Yeah, he has a role. He's playing his position, and You know, he's doing well. He's trying to make his own money, unlike Shaq's kids trying to take all of Shaq's money. You know what I mean? Shaq's kids trying to take.
You think that's the case on that?
Take his money, boy. Shaq said, "Hey, yo, check this out. Y'all not rich.
I'm rich.
I'm rich."
He's I you want to know what though? I agree with him because if you ever look at like the kids who grow up with a silver spoon, everything given to them, there's always that level of entitlement that they feel that they have when it comes to certain things and certain opportunities. So me personally, if I was a kid, if I had kids, I wouldn't be giving them everything if I had it. You got to earn it.
Yeah, it's like the thing I said in the last episode that I don't know if I worded it correctly, but I was saying like, remember that thing was like, I drive a Ferrari, my kid's gonna drive a fucking whatever. It's like, is that like when?
No, please, not again.
Yeah, no.
Not again, please. You don't want to go through that.
But like, you know what? You have to raise your kids, even though you don't want them to live what you've lived through. Right. And you want to provide the best life for them. They still have to have some kind of struggle in their life, some kind of adversity, I'd say. Maybe not, you don't want to say struggle, but some kind of adversity. So they can not grow up to be these soft ass kids. You know what I mean?
Yo, not gonna lie to you.
You learn how to do things on your own.
Some be like, I wonder. I'm like, okay, you feel right?
Your son is still really small though, versus a kid who's like, I think Sharif is in college. You know,
I'm memorizing, right? You feel me? And I don't feel like they. I mean, to just ask that honestly, to have that for your father to say that, it does mean like somebody was like, you know, like taking advantage or something. Like you don't just. Even jokes got some truth in it. You get me? Like,
yeah, I don't know where the quote is from. Like I don't know what he was asked, but I did see that he said that he has no problem giving his kids money, right? Mm-hmm. But he said one they had to get a degree in college.
If you want to see dad's cheese, you gotta have the degrees.
Yeah,
he said that in an interview before.
Yeah, and he said you have to come to me with a business plan, like present a business plan to me. And then if I think it's worth it, I would invest, which is I think that's a great thing to instill because there's a lot of things you have to learn in that. You have to learn how to create a business plan. That's not the easiest thing. You have to create a business plan. You have to convince. This is a
businessman, like Shaq ain't no joke. Like
you have to convince an investor that is worth making the money, and you have to show how they'll make their money. So that's a whole skill that they're gonna learn. Having to do that with their father, and it's going to make them comfortable doing it out in the real world, right? If you're doing it with your pops, right? Even if it's a real business you're coming up with, you still have that like the nervousness of trying to sell somebody something is lessened because it's your father, right? You're not going to have.
Me personally, I'd be shitting bricks more if it was my father. Your dad is Shaq, and you're gonna tell me you're about to present him a business deal, and you're not gonna be nervous?
Yeah, but when your father is Shaq, he's not Shaq Diesel. Yeah, he's just fucking Pops. It's just Pops.
Yeah, it's even worse. It's Shaq.
Like you sound old. Like, I'm probably shouldn't be clowning him and shit like that. You know?
Yeah, so like, I think if it was me, it'll be easier to try to sell a family member because I have that relationship.
So like, wait.
Yeah, true. You having that relationship is a lot easier to sell on just a strange billionaire that you don't know, trying to sell them and on an idea.
Well, there's no awkwardness in having to explain to somebody that you don't know your vision, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not against it. Shaq's doing the right thing, and it's not like he's having them live in terrible conditions. He takes care of his kids.
No,
his kids
it's not even that. You telling them straight up, yo, if y'all want money, y'all gotta hustle for this, and that doesn't go just inside the house. That creates a mindset that is like it takes over. Like he wants them to think like him. Like, bro, Shaq dominated everything he done. Like, you feel me? So. He done plenty of things. Actor, singer, basketball player. Like, he done everything. He's a doctor or a police officer. Like, he's done so many shit.
He has a sneaker company.
He's the GOAT. You feel me? So that mindset, that being a GOAT comes with the mindset of I have to eat and not being complacent with what I have. So that's what he's giving them by telling them, I'm rich. Y'all not. Start working. You feel me? That's all he's saying at the end of the day.
Have you heard his Reebok story about his Reeboks?
I have a couple different times.
Yeah, have you heard it, John? His Reebok story?
Yeah, of course.
So for anybody who hasn't, heard the Reebok story, quick paraphrase: he had a Reebok deal. Yeah, I remember what was they called? The
Shacknosis. The Shacknosis. I remember.
So
crazy.
He had those shoes, right? And he was in Walmart. He was in Walmart. Is that how the story went?
He was at a store of some kind because they don't sell other like brands at Walmart. So he was at a sneaker store.
Okay. And a woman came up to him and told him, "You ought to be ashamed of yourself selling these shoes at this price when like kids can't afford it," type shit. Like all these kids can't afford it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And he said that day he called Reebok and canceled the deal. He was like,
and told him to keep the money.
He was like, "Keep the money. I don't want another money. You can keep it. I'll wear it for the rest of the season, but I'm done." And what he did was create the Shacks that are sold in Walmart, the affordable Shacks.
He went to Walmart to make a deal, like the higher ups in Walmart, and say, "Hey, I want to sell sneakers exclusively with you guys at an affordable rate." And he sold. And he sold more shoes than Jordan. I think that's the stat. Like he has sold more shoes than Jordan has sold.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it kind of goes back to our earlier thing, though. It goes back to our earlier conversation with Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez sold 1 million copies at $1. For me, if you can sell 1 million items, even if your price is lower, you're gonna make more money than somebody who's selling shoes for $200.
No, it's gonna be quicker. You a lot of people don't understand this in business. You sell a high price, there's a pace to selling a high price. You sell it $25 less, that's just gonna be gone in seconds compared to you trying to make a bank. You get me? You're gonna sell more. It's business, but it was a million copies, decision. 8 minutes or something like that. That was a minute. A minute. Oh, it was a minute. Imagine that.
We made $1 million a minute.
That'd be the day. Oof. That would be the day.
Yeah. That was a business class. Everybody listening, that was a business 101 for me. You learn from the best today in our business. Do you think there'll ever be a player? I mean, some people say we have one now, as dominant as Shaq
in terms of physical stature. Because that's what made Shaq so dominant. The fact that he was stronger than everybody. He was 7'1", I think 7'1", something like that. When he was at his prime, I think he was over 300 pounds. But Diesel.
Yo, did you know LeBron was 280 when he was in the Heat?
When going into the Heat, he was 280 pounds. Yeah.
My goodness.
I remember the transition. Do you remember he was posting online and he started getting slimmer?
Yeah. I think he realized that I think he realized as he got older, carrying around that weight wasn't good for his joints.
And that's why he left the Heat, because we told him we wanted him to lose weight. He said no to us. That's crazy.
Nah.
Those were the rumors. Those were the rumors. Allegedly, those were the rumors.
Well, Pat Riley has a reputation of, hey, we're gonna have the fittest players. Like, you're gonna get in shape. Like, he has that reputation.
He wants dogs, bro. He wants dogs, and that's what we have right now. We got dogs.
You guys say, let's get it.
Got dogs, man.
Let's get it.
Real quick, what you said about LeBron and his weight and trying to extend his career is a lot of I saw Gilbert Arenas make this point about Zaire Williams. He said to him when he saw
Zion,
yeah. When he saw Zion, to him he was like, I wouldn't draft that kid. He said he was too heavy at that age. When he was almost 300 pounds.
He was the second heaviest basketball player at 18 or 19.
He was like, to me, a kid weighing that much coming into the league is not attractive. That's not the recipe for a long career to me.
Yeah.
He was like,
he's not playing at his best shape.
Yeah, he was like, I don't feel comfortable with that kid playing at that weight to play for like a team and have a long career. And it makes sense. Right?
Especially with the way that the game is played now, the game is all about tempo.
Oh, it's not even that.
Way faster.
I mean,
we get that big,
and you're landing on 300 pounds every time you land. You feel me? It's gonna take a toll on you. You feel me?
Now we've seen the game today. We've seen how the NBA is being played this season, right? When the foul call's not being called,
Yeah, it's an aggressive season. It's gonna be tough this year to win.
We've seen it's only been how many games? It's only been like 10 games maybe played.
No, like 5 or 6.
5 games. Oh yeah, it's like something like that.
Like 5, 6 games.
It's like 6 games played, and we've already seen players, players' games having to change. Like the biggest example of that is, of course, James Harden.
Harden is getting no love this season, man.
It's almost he's the poster boy for drawing fouls, right? So it's almost like the refs are making it a point not to call his things to the point where he's actually getting fouled and they're not calling it.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the overselling point though. Like you're physically overselling the actual like the bump to the point that the referee has no choice but to look in that direction.
It's like the boy who called Wolf or like shit like that. Like
he's for sure.
He's done it so much.
He's getting fouled, yo.
Yeah.
Like no, there's obvious plays where he's not getting fouled. He's trying to draw
like the band when he brings his thing up, and he's so used to it that even when he fouls anyone else, he still just brings it up, and that's why they're not calling the foul on him.
Yeah, it's muscle memory.
I feel like that's what it is too. Like, yo, we're not letting you get away with nothing now. You feel me? And not just to him, that's to everybody.
Trae Young is having an issue.
Young is already complaining about it. You know, it's like honestly, like I don't want to say I understand them because I'm not a professional basketball player. But if the rules are the rules and there's nothing you could do, I adapt to it. You are a pro for that reason. Yeah. You feel me? Like
it's gonna make for a very interesting playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna make for a very interesting season because
I feel like the playoffs they won't go as hard.
Harden in particular, his numbers are always a lot higher because of his ability to go to the free throw line, and now he's not getting many opportunities to go to the free throw line at all. So how does that 12 points? How does that impact the season in the long term when those 15 points that he would have normally made at the free throw line are now needed in a loss to a very crucial opponent?
This is amazing for the fans. Like everybody's like loving
Kyrie.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody's loving it.
I still think they're gonna do good enough to be in the top 4 in the East. But
I think they'll be number 5. I don't think they'll be top 4. There is top 4 in the East right now.
James Harden is so gifted. I think once he gets in shape too, because he says he's not in game shape right now either, because he's been rehabbing.
He doesn't look like he's in game shape.
Yeah, once he gets physically ready to play the game, you think my boy's not gonna dissect this new rule and figure out a way to get to the line?
He's a pro. I'm not. James go crazy. He's a pro. He's gonna adapt to it. I'm saying though, like you don't like instead of you have so much time to talk about this, instead of wasting that time doing that. Go to the gym and evolve the game. Like you done it. Look, Trae Young, like honestly, bro, like you wilding. Like just do your thing. You feel me? You evolve the game. You're shooting from half court. Trae Young has the highest percentage from literally half court. You changed the game, bro. You could do the same thing.
You know how go ahead, Zay. Before
I was gonna say you have people like Harden that yes, he is extremely talented, but as the game evolves in a positive way, in my opinion, one of the negatives was players intentionally looking for those fouls, because now we have this issue where now they're going up for a shot and you can't tell whether it's a foul or not.
Yeah.
But they
got replays. You feel me? I'm pretty sure, like when it's like game time, like the replays are gonna be overturned and shit like that.
I don't know. I don't know what the replay rules are in the NBA, so I'm not gonna speak on that.
A replay is like is only in the last 2 minutes, I think, of a quarter. Yeah. You can request the replay, but you have the
there's the red flag too.
There's the challenge flag now in the NBA too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's the same shit like if you're in football. Like if you win it,
you get it back. You get it back.
You get it back. If you lose it, you lose
the timeout.
Lose the timeout. Yeah.
Well, we're
so yeah, and it's gonna for everybody, all the old NBA players talking about, oh, like the game is not as physical now, type shit, right? It's gonna start to expose that, right? So if they're not calling a lot of these fouls, we might be going a little more back in time as far as physicality in the game. And
would be
if
exciting.
these people are still dropping 40, like they can't talk no more.
Come on, bro. Bro, I've been somebody who's been saying for a long time, these old players ain't got shit on the new players, bro. And that's no shade to the old players. And I'm not talking about the greats. I'm not talking about the greats. I'm not talking about Jordan, Magic, Larry Bird. Like, these are all-time greats. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, come on, man. You think Kevin McHale's going to last against like, you think Kevin McHale's going to have any work for Giannis?
Shout out to the Hornets legend, Bugsby.
Muggsy Bogues.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He would not for nothing. Muggsy would probably have a really easy time in the NBA now because
it's not him having an easy time. It's him having to defend other people. You feel me?
He was at the time when he was playing, he was one of the quickest people on the court.
I feel you. But
he would. I'm not saying he's gonna keep up with like a Curry or a Trey or like or even like an Aaron Fox because
those are almost every point guard in the NBA right now is wailing. Like that's just how it is. Even like what people call the worst point guards in the NBA in the bottom half. Lonzo Ball is like got one of the best teams in the league right now, and he's their point guard. And he's not a solid scoring point guard like everybody else.
Imagine you put Jerry West across the court from Kyrie motherfucking Irving.
Kyrie's taking a couple ankles.
Bro, it's not no disrespect to them. In their time, they dominated.
Imagine putting John Stockton across the court from fucking John Morant. Fam, stop it. And there's no shade to the old players. That's how life works.
Yeah, for real. They learn from you. They learn from you. They just evolved the game. They made it better. You feel me? Like, bro, there's no way. There's no old point guard that's gonna D up Curry. And it's gonna be the same. I don't even like the Warriors. Nobody in all time is gonna D up Curry. Nobody, no matter who you are.
You see how Curry is playing right now? In the future, there's gonna be a 7-foot center coming up the court, playing point, pulling up from the logo.
Bro, imagine. Think about this. Look. This is just to put it right there. Imagine he worked his whole time on a 3. Imagine Ben Simmons worked on a 3 his whole life. He would have changed the game, bro.
Because he would be the complete package because he's 6'8", 6'8", could pass the ball like crazy. He could take it to the hole if he needs to. He's a top tier.
Let's not talk about his IQ, because bro,
his basketball IQ is there, but not really.
He's insane. He's been LeBron 2.0. You feel me?
Oh, that's what they were projecting when he came into the NBA. They were saying he was going to be of the LeBron. He's going to have the same mystique, but he can't shoot. And look at that whole argument of like, oh, you can't work on your jump shot. Ben Simmons could be working on his jump shot right now because Giannis is working on it, and Giannis is over here doing pull-up threes.
Yeah.
Giannis is over here.
First shot of the season,
bro. Defenders, bro.
Giannis is over here doing tween, step back. Come on, man.
That's funny as hell. Yeah,
come on, bro.
He put out in a statement, first shot of the NBA season was a 3 from Giannis. Like,
setting the tone. That's what we call setting the tone.
Yeah, defending champs, setting the tone, bro.
Come on, setting the tone. Who are your who you got going to the finals this year? Talk to me.
Stop playing. Who we going against? Who we going against? Maybe probably Giannis. In the finals. I don't think.
Possibly Lakers could be in there.
I honestly think if Jamal Murray comes back in time, Denver got it.
Denver is a scary team when Jamal.
It is a scary ass team with Jamal Murray at the point.
Who do you think the league wants to see go to the finals?
LeBron, the Lakers, bro. They want to see all those vets win a ring.
They want the Lakers to face the Nets.
They want Melo. They want Melo to win a ring, bro.
They want They want Lakers Nets. That's what the league wants.
Yeah,
I think that's if we're talking like show box office, like
that
one
was
of the craziest finals that we'll probably ever see. The Lakers versus the Nets would probably be.
Kyrie will get his vaccine.
Lakers versus Nets, and Kyrie comes in like a wrestling player, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, just comes out. He comes out of, and he starts come back to play. That'd be crazy. Comes off fresh of a vaccine.
Oh my god!
It's crazy to think that the only reason he's not playing is because of New York. That's it's the mandate in New York is the only reason why he can't play. Because other states don't have those mandates, and there's players on their teams who don't have the vaccine that are playing. So it's a little messed up.
We covered this. I don't know if it was the last episode or 2 episodes ago. Yes, we talked about it, and like even away players that aren't vaccinated, they can come and play in New York in the building. Yeah. They can come play. It's just ridiculous.
Hopefully he can come back because it would be interesting to see the Nets Lakers finals.
Yeah, I have a question for you, gentlemen.
I might have an answer.
I have a question. If you catch your old lady cheating on you, right, with another dude, God forbid.
This is personal.
If you catch your old lady cheating on you with a dude, are you gonna go and tell the dude's woman, the dude's girlfriend, the dude's old lady?
No.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on, gentlemen. Before it gets heated, hold on, gentlemen. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Let me phrase this one more time for the listeners. Fellas, your girl cheats on you. You find out the dude she cheated on you with has a family. Has a partner, has a significant other. Are you telling that significant other, John? Tell me why you are.
All right, right here, right. This is me. That's me knocking on her door, right. So I walk in. I'm like, listen, I'm so and so, and I just call your man fucking my girl. What you want to do about it? That's simple.
Wait, hold on.
Simple.
Hold on. You're knocking on that door looking for revenge?
What? What? There's no way.
Right.
Yo, if I'm catching you, like, you feel me? If it's some texting saying I catch you like that, you feel me? I'm not that petty. I understand what men do, you feel me? But if you know I'm dating this girl and you come into my life trying to ruin my family, and you think I'm gonna let you? You think I'm gonna let you go? Like, you think I'm gonna just let it slide? You feel me? You're gonna go at 3:00 and act like nothing happened after you fucked up my life? You crazy, boy.
So hold on. So you're going there.
I might send you the video.
You're going over there solely just going pure ego. You're just trying to get some of your ego back.
Listen to me. I'm not going down without a fight, bro.
Yeah, but
you're not gonna hear. Yo, John walked in his room and his girl was sucking dick, and he didn't do nothing.
That just breaks my heart to even hear it.
We're fighting right there and there. We're fighting. I gotta fight the 1-on-1. If I lose, I might have to kill you. But if I do win, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna go do my thing with your shorty, and that's it.
So, Zay, before I pass it on to you, let me just show you what John is basically saying here. Yeah. John is saying that if he catches his woman cheating, right, with a man, and that man has a significant other, this was going to be playing in John's head the whole entire time.
Oh, 716.
Come on. Right here.
Looking for revenge.
Yo.
Oh, 716.
Yo, in the car, you see me in the car with the hoodie, be like, just like focus, bro. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy.
So John's coming up looking for revenge off rip.
The whole shirt and everything. Like,
John's gonna pull up in the Honda looking for it. You know what I mean?
Wilding,
all right, I understand. Ego comes into play. You gotta repair. You gotta repair it. Eat your ego.
It's not my ego.
No, it is. But go ahead, Zay.
That's straight.
I'm just now big.
Listen, all right. So in this particular situation, I actually have a little bit of experience because I have been cheated on. Unfortunately, And yeah, it was fucking rough. Bro.
Nah, but like getting cheated on and like
no.
That's
all right. Hold on. Let me explain my point.
Ahead. All right.
I've never physically caught this person in the act.
God bless your soul.
Had I caught this person in the act, considering my reaction to finding out the news, I probably would have blacked out. But
revenge.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Knowing the kind of person that I am, if I did happen to walk in on something like that, I wouldn't even say nothing. I would grab all my stuff and I'd be gone. You want to know why? Because the pain of me leaving is gonna hurt 1,000 times more than anything I could potentially do.
So how about if you act like you leave, you sneak back in, you start hearing wailing again, like she just continues. What you do now,
bro?
What you do now?
That's out of my control. She's obviously not the one for me. I'm gone. I'm gone.
So
I'm gone.
Listen, so I can understand.
You don't hear from me like.
boom, boom. Yeah, exactly. So I understand the emotions, both reactions rather. I understand that, right? I think I'm leaning a little towards Zay's reaction to it, because at the end of the day, this is how I feel. If your girl cheats on you, right? She cheats on you. She's not your girl. You feel me? Like, she's not your girl no more. That's how I feel. She's not your girl no more.
That's the realization.
It's about respect. You feel me? It's about respect. And I also said, if he knew that I was with the girl, you feel me? Because if it's just some random dude, I might react different. Because at the end of the day, a guy's a guy, and if that's not his business, you feel me? He's gonna do what he gotta do. You feel me? What? Yo, so what? So listen, you feel me? Yeah, go ahead.
I personally just I've seen other people go through those situations, right? Yeah. So why would I need to put my hand in the fire if I know I'm gonna get burnt? You feel me? That's my mentality towards it. I've seen what happens when people try getting revenge on their significant other for getting cheated on. Look, it never ends well.
That's why I never
look. I understand your side, right? So look, you're gonna go like a week, 2 week crying about her, right? So I just beat the man up. You feel me? I'm feeling a little good, and then I go out fuck his girl, and I feel a little even better. And it's gonna take me like a day to forget about her.
But are you really gonna feel better? Not really, bro.
You feel me? That's
unless you're a straight demon,
a heavy heart. It's just
listen. If you're a straight demon and you got no emotions, bro, then hey, by all means. But I know me personally, I wouldn't be happy with myself doing that, because I'm gonna be like, yo, now I'm just as low as she is.
I'm my fucking sister.
We elevate out here, bro.
I feel like if you are able to turn it off like that a day later, I'm good. As long as I cheated back, as long as I did all this and I'm good, then how emotionally invested were you ever to this girl? You know what I mean? If you can just push it off
the heels over the girl, but you feel me? You do me dirty, you're done. You're done right there.
You were head over heels in love with her. And she had her heels over her head with somebody
else. I gotta cut you. What? I'm gonna keep stressing you.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but if you respect yourself enough, you pick yourself up and keep that shit moving, bro.
It happens to the best.
It happens to the best.
It happens to the best, man.
Happens to everybody.
You can't please everybody, bro.
If you haven't got cheated on, you haven't lived life, my boy. Hey, no guy.
Hey yo, go listen to our Just a Friend episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been through it. You're
no, it's my friend. Yo, that was the response I got.
You see?
Yeah.
You see what
that
I mean?
Was the response. I'm like, yo, who is this? Oh, just a friend. Oh.
I was a friend too. What are you talking about?
I hear you, man. I hear you. So not similar, but another scenario I want to paint for you guys. My dog going crazy. Another scenario I want to paint for y'all is, let's say you're in a relationship. Well, not even a relationship. Let's just take that out the way. Let's say you my dog going crazy. Let's say you're in a relationship. Let's go back to relationship. You're in a relationship. And this woman is starting to tell you things that aren't making sense. It's making you feel like you forgot something. You know what I mean? Like she's telling you these things, and you're like, wait, there's no way that Oh, all right, hold on. Time it so I can edit this part out.
Yeah. Say he's not in a club in the back of that.
Zay calling catching a vibe right now. Hold on. Let me get my dog out of here. So
Fuck with it.
Hold on. John, text me 204. Text me 204 so I can make sure I edit it in post.
It wasn't 204. It was a little behind.
It was like 203.50 or something like that. Oh, she got it. She says.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna lie. This is fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is really fun.
Fun as hell, right?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Bro, we've been on here for 2 hours and you didn't even notice. And we're not getting done. We're about to get to my favorite part. So you get it, right? You get what you gotta do?
Well, it's a conversation. The difficult part is finding when to come in and give your opinion.
Not always.
Because you see what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want that to happen. So it's finding when's the, like I'm playing double dutch, trying to figure out like, all right, is it my turn? Is it my turn? Is it my
No, for you 100%. No.
Oh my lord.
But it gets fun, bro. It gets fun as hell.
Yeah, this is I wish Steven would have been in here for this one.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that you guys are giving me the opportunity, to be on here. But first, I've always wanted to do a podcast because I've been listening to podcasts and stuff since I was
me too, yo.
8th grade, 9th grade. Like when I first found out about Rogan's podcast.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I always wanted to be in a podcast is because somebody actually I knocked on somebody's door one time. I was doing selling solar panels door to door. And I was really good, and I used to get just in regular conversation with people. And there was this one lady that she was like, yo, she was telling me about how she went to high school and she was an actress. And she was telling me like, yo, I wish I could see you in a show or a podcast or a thing. And I started thinking, I was like, yo, I talk a lot of shit. Like, I would love to be in a podcast. And then since then, I always when you see something, you hear something that day, then it starts appearing more and more often. So that started appearing more and more often. Like my boy started making podcasts, and I always thought it was cool. But this is fun as hell, bro. This is fun as hell.
I always wanted to start up a podcast, but I didn't know how to go about doing it. So I said, screw it. Let me try streaming. But my issue with streaming is that I never really had everything set up the correct way.
Yeah.
Now I finally got all my stuff officially set up. So all I got to do is press a button, bro, and we live.
You're going to start streaming on thing now?
On games? Twitch, yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
I'm planning on doing them late night streams, maybe for 2 or 3 hours before I go to sleep.
I fuck with it. You got my view.
And
24 hours. All right, 207. And we back, baby. Y'all good?
Yup.
Yeah.
Chilling. We were waiting for you, man. We were lost.
Zay set the vibe. Zay set the vibe in this place.
Bro, hold on. Wait, no. You guys want the vibe? I got you. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Where is it? Boom. Hold on. Now we got the lights going off in this bitch. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a party. That's a party. I feel like I'm on the inside of somebody's computer. With all the RGBs.
This is you make the TikToks of somebody opening a box and there's you inside.
This is Zay's room right here. You feel me?
Oh wait, I can do that too. Hold on, we got the mood lighting for that.
Come on,
we got the mood lighting for that. Hold on.
Let me make sure I cut that off. Marvin Gaye's people be suing everybody. They be suing everybody, boy.
There's something on here. It's titled romance.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. No, we just go back to the red.
All right. 208, we're back. All right. So the question I want to pose to you guys before we get into our Convince Me segment is about this woman. I saw this on the news. This woman was charged, right, for stealing $600,000 from her husband. And this is how she did it. She started to convince her husband over time that he was losing his memory, right? He wasn't all there, right? This is what she was doing to him. And she started to convince her husband that he has Alzheimer's.
Oof.
Right?
She really wanted the bag.
So she went in and she started falsifying documents. She started like sending money around. And her husband was fully convinced that he had Alzheimer's. Poor man.
What? How does that even happen?
Hey, listen, if I start calling you fat enough times, there's gonna come a point where you may actually start to believe that you're fat.
How do you forget that you could remember? How does that even go out of your mind? That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
You ever have that internal dialogue where it's like, yo, where did I put that? It's like, I could have sworn I put it here. No, wait, no, it's not there. It's over here. It's got to be. And then you don't end up finding it and you forget about it.
That is crazy.
Oh, my God. So you think she deserves to go to jail, or does she deserve a job somewhere?
Hit her with the bullet. Go to jail. He needs to be arrested.
No, we should. No. We should study her. We should study her strategies, right? And we should study her strategies and maybe use them. Maybe she should get a job at the military or something. You know what I mean? Like we just gonna take her. No, if we can take the Nazis and turn them into fucking NASA scientists, we can take this lady. For me,
like, listen, what kind of manipulation tactics did you use? We're trying to figure out how to use mind control, and apparently you got it figured out. So
she's a narcissist with a capital N for sure.
Yeah, the government's gonna be like, listen, we were trying to use acid and Charles Manson. We were trying to do things for mind control. We couldn't really get it, but you just did it with nothing, like just with your words, just with women power. Like how'd you do that? I need step by step on how you did that.
But it's jail time. How much are they giving her?
I don't know how much they're giving her, but she's charged for stealing $600,000. I think she's just gonna get charged for stealing the money, not for the manipulation. Because women manipulate us in relationships
on a daily basis. All the time. Come on.
Which leads me into our Convince Me for the week.
Uh-oh.
Now, this segment is not for the sensitive. You know what I mean? This segment is not for the weak. This segment is a segment we created just to create debate. That's all we wanted to do. Just wanted to create debate. The segment is called Convince Me, and what we do is we take topics that everybody agrees with across the board, obviously, right? And I want to say that we agree with them.
100%.
We agree with these things, but we want to challenge ourselves and try to convince y'all, the listeners, that we should go the other route. That maybe there's an argument to this thing that we all agree upon, which is kind of what we do on our group chats, right? So in the group chat, we'll come in and we'll argue. We'll bring a topic up and we'll start arguing. And just because we want to play devil's advocate, just because we want to be a contrarian, we just start doing the opposite. And it gets very interesting. It gets very funny. So I'm gonna say this one more time. Go ahead, John. What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say that. And if it gets too ugly, we just cut this shit out. It's not making it to just the video. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna say it one more time before I bring in the topic we're doing this week. Convince Me is a segment where we take topics that we all agree upon and we try to argue the opposite side of it, which is something that we all do in our group chats. The topic this week is women's rights.
Do I exit now?
Yeah. So women's rights is something that we all agree should happen.
Of course.
Women should have rights, equal rights to everybody else, right? And now this is where it gets fun. So we're gonna argue why they shouldn't have. I'm gonna start this with example number one. Connecticut woman charged for stealing $600,000 from her husband because she convinced him that he has Alzheimer's.
They don't deserve, man. Women are evil, man.
Manipulative, vindictive. How does this happen?
Look, they're trying to manipulate you into giving them rights. Like, come on. Like, are you serious?
In a world where they didn't have, like, this was what happened in the 40s.
Come on. Now,
what happened in the 40s?
I don't fucking know where you want to come and get some rights.
What?
Like,
oh my gosh, the only thing she would be charged for in the 40s is running into a man's fist. That's what she would be charged for. Yo, why you run into my man's fist, hurting his hands like that? Why'd you do that?
Yo, and then they complain about it because they complain about working. You feel me? Like, well, you want rights, but you don't complain about it too. Come on.
Have you seen that thing going around where women are saying like, oh, we have to work also. We have to work and we have to clean and we have to cook and we have to pay the bills. Like we have to share all of that. Like what happened to the times where we were just have to cook and that's it. Yeah, did everything else. Like who was the one that argued for these equal rights? Women are saying this. Women are saying this. They're like, who argued for equal rights? I want to go back to just having to clean the house and go to sleep. And I was like, oh yeah. That's what you want?
Nah, you gotta handle a little bit of responsibility now. All of a sudden, it's like,
nah, baby.
We gave you the rights, and now you,
baby.
Like, you just—that's what I'm saying.
Split this rent with me, baby.
Yo, for sure. First date, forget about it. You order too much, you're covering your own bill.
Wait, hold on. I'm like, hey, hold on. I didn't order the extra biscuits. That wasn't my order.
I was full already.
Shit, right? I didn't want more.
Dessert.
You go ahead.
You ordered the 2 chocolate fudges, and
come on,
they didn't even give me something. I'm supposed to pay for that? You crazy?
I was laying on the couch, happy watching this movie. You're the one talking about. You're the one talking about. Damn, nuggets sound good right now. You know what I mean? Like, nah, fam. Nuggets sound good. Go pay for them nuggets.
Go buy them.
Go buy them nuggets.
Nah, they want to put it on us.
You feel me? Like, nah, fam. Go get them yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Son.
Yo,
that's so funny.
Zay went into a little shell, bro.
He's
man.
Shy.
They're not trying to get into it, yo.
No.
Yo, wait. Do are there equal rights socially for men and women?
No, because we can't. All right, let's use a club for example. Women get in for free. As a dude, you got to pay whatever the entry fee is. And depending on the time of the night, you may pay more. And if you're ugly, you may pay even more. And then on top of that, you go into the bar. Guess what? As a dude, you got to pay for all your drinks. A girl could literally just walk in. If she's attractive in any way, shape, or form, she's getting at least 3 or 4 free drinks that night.
There's some dirty ass guys out here. You feel me? They'll do anything. You feel me?
Listen, bro, dogs.
Women in for free. That's a great example. The Titanic goes down. What do they say? What's the first thing they say in Titanic goes down?
The women and the kids. Come on,
women and children first.
Who's gonna repair this boat?
Come on, yo. Who built the boat?
Come on, bro.
What you doing? Yo, who made the life raft? What you doing?
Yo, who knows about survival here? Like, come on, son.
Man. Yo, which one? Who's gonna swim to shore first?
It's cold. It's cold. Like,
come on.
Yo, come on,
man. Come on, B.
Chill out, bro.
What else? What else we got? They got.
Yo. So what? You gave us life and you put us in this earth. Like, come on, man.
I mean, technically, wouldn't that have been my father's responsibility?
Come on, you feel me? They act like they just do it on themselves. Like they're asexual. They just do it by themselves.
Yeah, like
come on, fam.
Like you agreed to that, and why you always bringing it on to me? Like, come on, B.
It's like because of you, I can't
decided
go out
to bring me into this life.
Come on.
You decided that.
Come on, fam. Come on. Also, I just want to put out there, we're losing all our women listenership. We're losing all 3 of them. All 3 of them are gone.
We're down to 1 view, and that's Steven. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my god,
it's a tough segment, man. Tough segment.
Yeah, I wonder if you do a poll, will women like agree to like having complete equal rights? Like you lay it out there, you leave all the pros and cons, you put everything out there. Do they agree to having complete equal rights? What's the percentage? What's the percentage?
If that happens, that means that you got to start seeing these women go up against LeBron in an NBA game, bro. If we're doing equal rights, we're going all the way.
We want to be equal, baby. You better pay. Yo, you want to be equal, baby?
Post game,
you better pay at the door. You better pay at the door, baby. No more free drinks.
Facts.
Nah, fam.
You buying shit for me now.
You catching a Kendrick. You catching a Kendrick Perkins elbow to the dome, baby. Nah, you catching that drop step. Boom, short. You catching it.
You know the situation. It was equal rights. That situation about cheating, she would have cut the hands first. You feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna do with you in a second. Stay right there, my man. Yo, you come talk to me.
Step outside, shorty. Step outside. I gotta talk to you real quick. You put your deep voice. No. Real quick. Come outside. I got you. Nah, yeah. You want to cheat on me? Nah. Come outside. No. We talking. Come on,
yo, that's hilarious. Yo, that's hilarious. So, familia, thank you.
I think we ended on that one.
Yeah, this is the way. Yo, everybody, thank you for listening. I wanted to shout out to Zay for jumping on today. I appreciate you. We appreciate
you guys.
I wanted to bring Zay on because Zay has maybe a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? He can talk in between different areas, and I mean, we didn't even get to it, but you had a great argument. You were saying something about Trump should run it back, that you believed in. He did a great job.
Yeah, I was thinking that at first, but then after realizing what we went through, not for nothing. Listen, say what you want about the man on a personal level. While he was here, the country was on the up and up. Here we go. It was on the up and up.
It's the red cap.
Yo, La Familia, thank you for listening. It's been a great episode. Sign us out.
Yo, Familia, thank you for listening. Let us know what you thought or don't on today's episode. You can skip that one. Send us an email, comment below, subscribe, cast us every Monday now because we are here every Monday from now on. We're not missing. Once again, thank you, Say, for coming over and giving us your input. Love the hat, no cap. That shit go crazy. Peace out, everybody. Stay safe.
Stay spooky, yo.
And honestly, y'all might not. Yo, shout out the. Oh yeah, yo, Zay, y'all better start twitching. Shout it out. What's up, man?
Yeah. So I have officially stopped procrastinating, and I finally set my Twitch up. You can follow it at twitch.tv/EsoJet. You can follow me on socials at EsoJet on pretty much everything for all your graphic multimedia.
Yo, you're welcome.
Music.
You're welcome.
And just lifestyle. Yo, thank you guys for having me. I love you guys. I hope I could be back for another episode.
Sure.
Yo, for sure. Yo,
follow From the Chat on all platforms.
Facts. And yo, stay safe, everybody. Peace out, man.
Stay safe, man.
Stay spooky, yo.